In this video, I'll show you a workflow on how you can arbitrarily rotate an image or a video in iMovie. Now, iMovie only has the standard default 90-degree rotation available, and this is a way for you to fine rotate those images that are just out of alignment. We'll use my horizon overlay, which is free to download, to check out those straightened items that are needed. I'll show you how to download that overlay amongst other overlays that are free to download as well. At the end of the video, we'll review what we've learnt. My name's Bruce Macbryde, and my goal is to improve your knowledge and to speed up your workflow in iMovie. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and press the bell. iMovie will only rotate in 90-degree implements. So what do you do when your vertical lines are astray like they are in this one here? However, my first thought is that if you're going to be doing this frequently, then it's time to be leaving iMovie and going to a professional editing program like Final Cut. So this tutorial is only for those infrequent times where you may want to do this. So let's look at this clip here. These lines here are definitely not vertical, and neither are these ones here. So it's a little bit off tilt. So what we'll do is to take my overlay and we'll put it over the clip. We'll just extend it a little bit, and here now we can see the difference. Now the vertical line is not actually on these lines, so we can, if we want to, just change this to picture-in-picture, and then while it's in picture-in-picture, we can then move it around and position it over the lines that we want to check on, and we can see they're definitely out of place there. We're going to need to use another application to straighten this clip. So if we were to export this now, we would export the whole project. So what we need to do is to select this clip and copy it, and then open a new project and then paste that clip into that new project. We can now go and export that. And I suggest that you export it at the highest resolution that you can. Now, if the clip is 4K, maybe it'd be better to re-import it from your event area or your event browser up here, because your old project may have in fact been 1080p. You can check what the resolution is on your project. I can check the settings. So this one is 4K, so it's right for us to go and export. And if you'd like to know how to change the resolution in iMovie, I have a tutorial on just that subject. Click the I above. To export, we come up here, we select Export File, and there we can see we can export 4K. So let's now export that. Once you've exported it, we then need to come to Keynote, and then in Keynote we'll select a new project. So I'll select this white one here. First of all, we need to check with Document that it's a widescreen 16:9. Then we can come to Media, and we can import our clip. And here's the clip. We can play it here if we want to. Let's come to Format, and we can select here Arrange. On the rotation here, we can rotate it so that the lines are vertical. Now, if you want to check that they're vertical, you could come to Shape here and select a shape and select that to 90 degrees. We just change the style to a style where we can see the color. Now that's at 90 degrees. It's vertical. We can see what we need to rotate at. So now back to Arrange, select the video part of the clip. Now rotate that so that the line shows as vertical. And there it is there. Now we've got some white corners on the edges here. So if we come to View and select Zoom Out, then we can see past the clip, and holding the Option key down, selecting on any of the corner dots, you can resize the image. Next step, export. So export as a movie, and I suggest you export it as custom 1920 to 1080, Apple ProRes 4444, and next. So back in iMovie, we need to import that clip. Here it is here, drag it in, and we can see there's the original clip with the lines that are askew, and here is the corrected clip. If you want to, you can bring in that vertical line and check here, and then put it over the old one, and you can see how much askew that is. So what have we learnt? iMovie can only do rotation in 90-degree increments. To do it as an arbitrary rotation, you need to take it out and do it in Keynote. So that's export out of iMovie and import into Keynote, do the rotation, and then import it back into iMovie. This takes some time. If you're only doing it infrequently, well, it may be worth doing. But if not, then it's time to look to upgrade to Final Cut or another editing program. You can use my free to download overlays to check whether your lines are vertical or horizontal. And finally, when you export out of iMovie to Keynote, make sure you export at the highest resolution possible. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. There are new videos every Sunday.